Little white girls and boys are going to be wishing they were African, they were black. You want to see some real delusion here? This black woman here, she's dressed like the Queen of Wakanda. You know, this tells me right here that you're a racist, that you hate white people. If you saw someone walking around with an SS uniform, you would probably go, oh, that guy probably doesn't like Jews. I could kind of figure that out. When I see black women dressed like they're the queen of some African nation, I assume they cannot stand white people. And I think my assumption's correct. I really do. So this woman is delusional to the umpteenth level. And again, I've said this before. It's this, you have to deflect from the truth. The truth is so painful, so unbelievably painful, that they have to come up with these scenarios that make them feel better about themselves. And they're just blatant lies. But they have to say these things over and over again in order to keep the truth away. That maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe we aren't beautiful. Maybe we aren't kings and queens. Maybe we aren't best suited for these jobs. And you got to get that out of your head. So you come up with these delusional stories, delusions of grandeur. And these days, you will get liberal white douchebags and their fellow black people to just applaud it and go, yes, yes. As this woman talks, I think there's like a few black people listening and watching, and they're like nodding their head. I think it's this clip. And it's just retarded. Let's watch.
You know, I just see it happening. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, little white girls and little white boys are going to wish they could be African. They're going to wish they could be black. There's something in the air that's reminding black people that you are the origin of humanity, and that what you have, the black skin, the pigment, is that sign and symbol of originality. And it gives us the authenticity that we have, something that, and I may be looked at as a racist, but I'm not, but it is really a fact, that
it's a fact.
We have a certain resilience, there's a certain indestructibleness about us that can only be found in the original thing. And us being the original people, all of it is exemplified in who we are as a people. Our people are beginning to appreciate that and are beginning to stand up tall and be proud of it. But when you see it happening in your children and your grandchildren, you can actually sit back and say, yes, I did it. Somehow they're finally hearing me. And when I tell them you are it, you are the McCoy, you are the original mothers and fathers of humanity, stand up on the tallest pedestal and tell the world who you are.
Tell the world who you are. I watch enough videos where they're telling the world who they are. In McDonald's, Chuck E. Cheese, I see it all. Little white girls and boys are going to be wishing they were African, they were black. Do you really see? Maybe if we continued on the Biden era of telling little white kids that they're pieces of shit. We already have some young white people that wish they were black. We call them wiggers. That's what they are, wiggers. They sound it. They're all gangsta, and they try to be tough, listen to hip hop, and they're pathetic. They're laughed at by every other white person. And black people laugh at them too. Wiggers are hilarious to everybody. So maybe she's talking about the wiggers. But truth be told, I can't really imagine a lot of young white kids wanting to be black. And the women that are nodding, I mean, they need to be reinforced with some Wakandan queen woman like that every so often, because all they see are their people behaving like shit. And women that look like them, if not them, but women that look like them, causing problems everywhere they go. So they need this woman to go, and you are the queens, and you are the original women of... Wasn't there this thing that black people were saying a while ago that white people have had this advantage, this head start, they've called it, a head start on black people? And that's why they have this privilege, and there's a need for equity because white people had gotten this head start. If you're the original people, shouldn't you have had many, many millennia of a head start to progress through evolution, to progress through innovation and looking at things and figuring out how to make boats? You were the original. And what, did you just sit there? And then when somehow white people turn up, they immediately start farming and agriculture and livestock and boats, shipbuilding, exploration, trading, the industry, even though they weren't the original people. So how did the black people not have that head start on us? I'd love to hear her answer to that. It is because you people, the oppression, is that what it is? Because we oppressed you? How could we do that? You're the original people. Oh my God.